I'm Zelyn. I'm going to start our lesson on zencho's The Four Generations. I'm going to focus on the authorial choices made in the very beginning of the story. The title itself, The Four Generations, establishes the foundation of the entire conflict. At first glance, it appears to be a traditional family saga about lineage and the passing of time. However, as we look deeper, we see that zencho has chosen a title that sets up a tension between our biological past and a high-tech future. Now we're going to look at the title's dual significance. On one hand, it refers to the family's lineage, which is the four women we meet in the story. On the other hand, it refers to technological iterations like generations of software or hardware updates. Using this wordplay, zencho is addressing a major global issue, which is how identity changes in a speculative future. She is asking us to consider if a child is a descendant or simply an updated version of their parents. This choice forces the reader to question if technology preserves a family or eventually replaces its traditional humanity. Next, we have to look at the intertextual element of the story, which is the finger of Chang'e. In Chinese mythology, Chang'e is the goddess of the moon who drank the elixir of immortality and floated away. She left her home and her husband behind. Zencho uses her as a symbol for the ultimate outsider. Chang'e represents the immigrant experience, someone who has moved to a new world and gained progress, but at the cost of being eternally separated from her origins. She is essentially the bridge between the ancient traditions of the great-grandmother and the sci-fi world of the daughter. This ultimately leads us to the core theme, which is change. Zencho employs a clever phonetic device here. In Mandarin, the word Chang'e sounds almost exactly like the word change in English. The structural link shows that change is the driving force of the entire narrative. We can see that this change occurs on three levels: cultural, physical, and emotional. First, cultural can be seen as the loss of the traditional Malaysian Chinese roots. Second, physical, which can be seen as the literal upgrading of the characters' bodies. And last, emotional, which can also be considered here lunar distance, which is the isolation that happens when you change so much that your family no longer recognizes you.